Hello and welcome to Roleplay Rejects, where we play new and unusual tabletop role-playing games. This season we are playing City of Mist, a noir-style game where myths and legends inhabit human hosts, for better or for worse.
It's just
I like genuinely like lifting in just socks, and I can't wait to be able to do that when we have like a home gym, so people aren't like weirded out by the fact that I'm not wearing my shoes.
People do that. Let me out poop. People do that. Like I've been to the gym and people will show up in shoes, but then they'll go to like squat and they'll take their shoes off. Which one crazy to do that in my opinion. I'm sure they know something I don't, but it just seems wild to like pick squatting for that because you're supposed to squat in like old Converse. That's like the rule.
And yeah, you want like the flat base, which is why Converse is nice. But like
I'm sure that's also why like barefoot is nice, right? Because I'm sure your feet are a flat base, unless you got like demon arches.
I do, but like I don't do like squats without shoes.
It's just
I don't know. But I like doing like lunges, for example, because I can feel like
the lunge. Yeah, I only lift in my Crocs because putting on Crocs in the morning or at any time I leave anywhere is just easier than putting on shoes. So if I can do that, I do that.
Yeah.
I don't do it when I go to work because I wear company shoes. Like it has the brand on them. So I like to represent.
So professional.
Mm-hmm. But if I'm not going anywhere important, I just wear my Crocs. If I lived in my own house and I didn't have to like leave an apartment building, I would just go places barefoot. But I do live in apartments. You guys remember? I used to do that all the time. You remember? You guys were there.
Yeah, you would leave your shoes at our house.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, why'd he do that?
I just hated wearing shoes. But now I'm a normie, a shoe enjoyer like the rest of you.
A shoyer? Shoyer? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to combine that. Shenjoyer. Never mind. Why are you guys letting me keep talking? Like, honestly.
I didn't want to interrupt.
There was a certain point where it was like someone needed to save me. And no one stepped in.
Hello.
So Misty and I started watching Carol at the End of the World this week. It's pretty good. So it's like Office Space meets BoJack Horseman. And the whole idea is an asteroid is going to hit Earth in like 6 months, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Damn. And so most everyone is like taking up surfing and like traveling the world and like, oh my gosh, you got to go to Tibet. And Carol is like, I just kind of want to go to work, live my life. And like everything is shut down. But then she finds an accounting firm that is still running. And she goes there every single day.
What a diehard accounting firm.
That's
right.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. And like, she's not sure why it still exists. We're not very far in it yet. She's not sure if it's like actually running anything or if it's just
spinning the wheels.
Just spinning the wheels. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I feel like there might be some merit to that because it's a lot nicer to just, go to work every day, come home and just kind of like chill than to try and cram in every single thing on your bucket list because you know that the world's about to end.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do that if we were in that reality.
And everyone else is doing that. So it's like, it's going to be awful for one.
Yeah. I wonder if you're United Airlines, right? And the world's ending in 6 months, do you still charge people for plane tickets? Who's flying the planes? Are your pilots? If you're a pilot, are you still flying?
Are you still working? Yeah, that's a good question.
Do you
I imagine they just kind of fuck off and fly wherever they wanted.
Anyway, this came up because someone said thruple.
Mm-hmm. It was me.
And Carol's parents in the show have become a nudist thruple.
Oh, God.
And it is wild. Yeah, this show is not for kids. In case you've never seen BoJack Horseman.
Neither is ours, though. So
yeah,
they're probably not
Yeah, exactly.
I think I got
this
to like
thinking of
only
ideas
the
for
last.
kids.
I don't think I've seen the last 2 seasons
BoJack.
of BoJack.
Oh, dude. BoJack's worth finishing.
yeah,
Highly
I've heard.
recommend it.
I've never seen it.
The whole when they go into the underwater place.
Oh, yeah.
that was awesome.
That's a great episode.
And then you have
there's like no dialogue.
Oh,
The entire
because they're underwater.
episode. Yeah, because they're underwater and
Yeah.
he can't speak
Mhm.
underwater, even though like the people around him can.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's about like loneliness.
Whoa.
And
I've heard
Yeah.
that show's really good. I've only seen random clips on TikTok.
yeah. Be careful about binging it because you can get into just existential dread.
Yeah.
yes.
That's why I stopped watching it. because
That's
of
why
the
I loved it.
existential
I
dread.
feel like there's
Two
two
sides.
pieces. There's two pieces of people, is what I almost said. Goodness,
Oh,
there's
God.
two types of people
Jesus.
that can watch BoJack Horseman. Those, like, if you're gonna watch it, you either have to be somebody who needs the solidarity in like how you're currently feeling. And so if you're watching BoJack, like you're able to relate to it and it's like nice because you can relate.
Because you're chronically depressed.
Gang, 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 gang.
And then there's the
Like
other
me.
people who need like I genuinely think it's a pretty good show. But there's people like me who like if I'm not in a good place, I should not be watching
Mhm.
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
And so like it's you kind of have to figure out like which one you are, and I don't think people know that inherently until you start watching it.
Mhm.
I would say the same thing with Carol.
Yeah.
Um
Because like I'm cracking up the entire time. And Misty likes some of it, but I don't feel like you're into it as much as I am.
it has its funny moments, but like I think it's good so far, but I
I don't
have
know.
a hard time with it because like I don't know how to say this without sounding like dumb, but like I feel like I'm a sponge sometimes when it comes to like other people's emotions.
Mhm.
And so like when I'm watching a show where, for example, like they're very depressed, if I'm already depressed, my depression like is extra super
Mhm.
amplified. And if I'm in a good place, I end watching the show at a lower point than I started. And that's just like everything I watch. So like that's part of the reason I enjoy comedies is because I feel like I leave a comedy and I feel
Uplifted.
and happier.
I get that. There is a word for that. I too do not know what it is.
Yeah,
like empathy, like you're an empath.
Thing.
thing.
But there is a specific phrase for like picking up the emotions of people around you are from like environments, and it's
Okay.
like I can't tell you what it is, but it's in that empathy bubble. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm-
sure.
I'm the same way. Like, if a show, like, the end of it makes me feel kind of empty, it's gonna affect me for a while.
that's why I stay watching anime, bro. I'm the main character, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and that's why when I watch scary movies, like I always have to
Mhm.
follow it up with something that's like uplifting. Like I can't just let it sit.
And then go to bed. No,
And-
I'm the same way.
Yeah, because I mean, even with like Oppenheimer, when we went and saw that,
Oh yeah.
it was such a
heavy.
good movie. It was heavy though, and so I was so grateful that we watched it in like the middle of the day because I
Mhm.
had the whole rest of the day
To
to
just
like
fill your brain with
figure
other stuff.
literally any other
Mhm.
emotion out besides like fuck, right? So like that's how like I enjoy BoJack and Carol both, but I just have to have like separation and distance and
Yeah, pacing is important.
happier
That'll happen
things.
to me, like even in One Piece, if I watch like if they're in like the middle of a heavier arc or episode,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll watch like that arc or that episode, then I have to sit on it for a while because I'm like, whoa.
See, I'm the opposite because I see people's like lives falling apart. I'm like, man, so glad that's not me. And then I go right to sleep. Like I can sleep immediately after a horror movie, no problem. Like 9 times out of 10. If there's enough jump scares, sometimes it'll wake me up. But
jump scares are so cheap.
they are.
But there is a time and place for them.
There is.
My opinion.
I
right?
totally
like,
agree.
If your media is littered with them, you're better than that.
Yeah, right.
But like if it's just like the occasional one or two, like if there's two
like
jump scares
Saw.
in the course of a movie, That's fine, I think.
A little bit of salt.
Yeah,
Right?
add a
It's
little
good,
spice.
right? Adds a little
And
spice.
everyone knows it's cheap, right? So when they just do it one time in the entire like movie, for example, you're like, fuck, you got me, and then you
Yep.
don't have to you're whatever, right?
But that's the thing, right? It's you didn't get me. This is an act. This is just a fucking reaction that like a survival instinct that our fucking tribal brains still have in our bodies.
Yep.
And then there's always that other
Wow.
person, like if you're hanging out with shitty people, there's that guy next to you
God,
that's
yeah.
just like, oh, you scared?
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm sorry that I have
I
like
hate
fight
that
or
guy.
flight
Okay,
fucking
really
reactions.
personal.
We all hate that guy. That's not the jump scare's fault, bro. You
Yeah,
just have a shitty friend. Like,
Maybe,
This does
maybe.
feel like a very targeted thing.
name
Like,
drop, name drop. Don't name drop. Unless it's me. It's not me. I don't watch scary
I mean-
movies. It's not me. Don't tell them that. They'll believe you.
It's definitely Wesley.
Stop. React in orange in Discord if you know it's not me. Why an orange?
What?
Oh, but I got those feelings with Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah,
Because that one, they got funny parts in there, sure, but
but it's rough.
Is that a what is that? That's like the short. It's a short, right?
No,
No.
that's the
It's a whole ass movie.
it's a
Mhm.
whole ass movie.
Why? I think I've only seen like
very similar storyline where like an asteroid's coming towards Earth, but then it gets so politicized that no one does anything about it, and everyone's just like complaining about it on the news, and the
Well, see,
scientists
'cause
are like, "Please
There's money.
go do something."
There's money to be made from the asteroid, and then the
Yep.
government ends
Oh,
up not
yeah.
doing anything, and they try and pawn it off to this company that's going to make huge record profits, and it's all an analogy of global warming.
mm,
It's rough.
the Earth is actually
Good.
getting colder. Speaking of cold Earth, whoosh.
City
City
Miss.
of Miss.
I totally forgot that's what we were doing. If I'm being honest.
we were yip yapping. I was like,
Every
man, this
once
is
in a
kinda-
while, we just forget. We're like,
Dude.
we're just here for you to listen to us talk.
People
about
love my
whatever
voice,
we wanna
probably.
Talk about.
Sometimes in business meetings, some of us will put the headphones on just instinctively and we'll sit at the table and then we're like, wait, we're not actually recording. And then take
recording.
it off. Like it's just
Or no headphones on, but you're still trying to talk.
Yeah.
Dude, that happened. To,
Yeah.
that was like semi-recent where I was talking to Missy and I was like, wah, 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 wah. And she was like, I realized that I was doing that, like, and so did she. And I was like, why am I doing this, bro? And I yeeted the mic across the room, so we had to buy a new one. That last
That's
part's a
not
lie.
true
Yeah.
at all.
the rest
Lies.
of it was
But everything else was
I don't know
accurate.
why you added that. in
I'm a
there.
compulsive
For drama?
liar.
Okay.
I'm not.
I was
I'm
like,
not.
no, you're not.
I'm not. I tell the truth most of the time.
I would
Except for
say
right
more
now.
than like most people.
Yeah, it's like a problem.
Yeah. Like he only lies when it's very obvious that he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, never mind. I was gonna say, you know what I did.
Oh my gosh. No. We're going to talk about it. Glass fighting. Joseph.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. Tell the people.
Glass fighting isn't real.
I mean, it probably is by now.
You mean UGF? Ultimate Glass Fighting?
Oh yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
No, that's a thing.
Stop, you're gonna gaslight her
Stop.
again.
Ultimate glass fighting's a thing where they put them on strings and then they like
No.
swing
Disagree.
pictures at
No,
each
there's
other.
like an actual video.
I don't. It's not real.
They have
Glass
brackets.
isn't real, actually. If you didn't
Glass
know.
isn't real.
So we had a bunch of glass in our driveway
They also have-
inside of the grass. And yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, so, you know, they were obviously having glass fights, and Misty 100% believed me.
because he
I would
left
like
it.
to point out that he did not say, "Oh, they were obviously having glass fights."
Yup.
The way he said it was like, "Oh, they were probably glass fighting," and I was like, "What's glass fighting?" And he was like, "It's like some internet thing." Like
They throw glass at each other.
he was like, "Yeah, I saw it on Reddit," and I was like, "Okay, say less." Like you obviously saw that on Reddit, right? Like,
Because why would you lie about
Sounds like
that?
Right.
shit you'd see on Reddit.
And then we had like our contractor or someone over,
Oh
and
no.
yeah, it was either our contractor or our real estate agent,
Oh, yeah.
potentially both. I don't remember.
and she's like, yeah, they were glass fighting. Joseph knows all about it. And I was like, oh crap.
I would be so
I didn't
mad if
tell
you-
her.
I am. That's why he's telling everyone.
and then I told her last night, and she's so mad at me.
I can't wait. I don't know. It might happen before this, but the next time I DM a game, glass fighting's gonna be in there.
it's
somehow.
gonna be part of it.
Yeah.
I was just like, why would you lie about that? And he was like, it just went too far. I didn't realize that
Like,
you
I was
thought that
gonna
it
tell
was
you.
true.
This is why honesty is important, guys. So you don't embarrass your wife in front of a contractor.
Yeah.
Listen, the
About
contractor
glass fighting.
now believes in glass fighting. Okay?
Yeah, and that's an issue.
He's gonna embarrass himself in front of another contractor.
No, he won't. He'll put it on Wikipedia, and then someone will be like, "That's a great idea," and then they'll start glass fighting,
UGF.
and then it just becomes a real thing.
There we
I
go.
don't want that to become a real thing. That is so dangerous.
Yeah, but think about
So dumb.
Think about the bets you could place.
Yeah.
Think about the TikTok videos.
Glass
I
versus
don't
stained
like either
glass.
of those things.
You just like break a pane of glass over your head. Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
Speaking of glass breaking and windshields breaking,
A city of mist.
The car, it broke.
Yeah.
That windshield. Wait. The guy was still inside the car though,
Right.
but the windshield like blew open.
Shattered.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Damien.
Oh, I'm not doing the voiceover monologue.
Oh man.
oh man, how
Oh
do you
my
do
God.
this? I guess we'll just there I am
My
in the
pen came
office.
out.
Wait, was it what day was this?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Okay, it's not Friday, but we'll prep for
No.
Well, I guess I still have to write a report probably.
Because
You see, I was gonna say Isaac. That's wrong. Alex sitting in a chair, an ergonomic chair, because he cares about his back and his lumbar. And he's writing a report that states, yesterday, whilst enjoying some sushi and music at
Shinobi.
Shinobi
Sushi, there was an incident where you just had his ID.
yeah, I put it on the
Oh,
board
no.
with the red yarn.
David?
but
David win.
When
David Nguyen.
his vehicle crashed into a light pole, shattering the windshield. It was super tragic. He was dead. When I got to the scene, I quarantined it, made sure that no one could tamper with the scene of the accident, waited for authority to arrive. Before my fellow police arrived, the paramedics showed up. They got his body out of the vehicle and took him to probably a hospital. And then the authorities arrived and looked into it. I got a chance to speak with Mr. Shinobi, and he
Emma.
gave me this to read. I was not reading it. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, you're fine.
Mr. Shinobi and what's her name?
Emma.
Emma. About David and the relationship with him. Neither of them seem to know him super duper well, but I guess David had an obsession with Ellie, who's married, and it seems weird. Could be kind of stalkerish. Further investigation is required. And then he draws a little slice of bread and a little 100 emoji and goes to submit the report. Outside of that, though, just so we don't forget, there was a guy who blended in and then disappeared, and then
Yep.
there was a jazzercise lady
Yep.
that.
Jazzercise lady.
That's a great description.
That's who she was.
I
Am I
know
wrong?
exactly
You're not.
what
It
you're
just made me
thinking.
happy. I don't know.
that
Yeah, I wrote jazzercise vibes.
Yep.
Yeah, she was
Blonde,
intently
jazzercise curls.
She has short,
That's what I
blonde, bouncy curls.
The hooked on aerobics lady.
Yep.
That's who you're picturing.
That's
right?
exactly who I'm
yes,
picturing.
I didn't have the words for it last time we recorded, but
Oh,
then my
dude.
brain remembered. I was like hooked on aerobics.
When I was a
Obviously,
little
the main
kid.
lady with the teal leotard. That's yeah.
So I've always been a morning person. Okay. My parents are not. So I would sneak into their room, turn on Hooked on Aerobics, and do Hooked on Aerobics in front of their bed at like 8 a.m. And they were like, at least he's exercising.
valid. But Olivia went to talk to
That's
her.
not
What
how
a
they
weird
sound.
thing for your kid to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to react. I'm gonna give it a buck and a half. But Olivia went to talk to her, and she was like, "Shmoney." At least that's the vibe I got. She was like kind of inconvenienced, kind of hyper focused on David's car accident, the car
And then she was like, "Hey, I think that's the guy who's been
stalking me, and we were like,
Yeah,
"What?"
and she was like, if he's dead, that might make things a little easier.
"Yeah," but it was really sus the way she said it.
Yeah.
Hope
She was-
he's okay. It really puts a damper on things.
Yeah,
Very mixed
that-
messages.
Yeah,
Well, she
Let's-
just kind of was thinking out loud.
and that guy
Stalker,
disappeared.
if you
He was
will.
like, "Huh, he fits in. Where'd he go?" So
The
Didn't
gray
do
man.
well.
yeah,
He camouflaged.
he's the Invisible Man.
He's the gray man.
No.
Guys, I really like this name and I want it to stick.
We'll call him that. I'll put it in the police report.
Why not the beige man?
Because he was wearing gray, not beige.
Oh, I thought he was wearing beige.
Nah, then he'd be the beige man. Speaking of beige, whoosh.
Also, I'm really proud of my note because it says gray man fits into the city and then disappears. But my mechanical pencil was dying, and so disappears starts disappearing like as I write it. It
That's
looks
actually
really good.
cool.
I actually took really good notes. I probably would have been fine doing, but I took like
Yeah, but it was my
2 full
turn,
pages.
dude.
Dude,
I volunteered.
you
For-
volunteered.
Yeah, that's what they don't know. They heard me yell fuck. They probably know.
Nice. You definitely lost the nose goes. They all
Nose
know.
is
now.
gone forever now.
I have no. I have a nose.
No one knows that. Show me the proof, Wesley.
You're looking at it.
But do the listeners see your nose?
I guess not. I'll drop a nose pic when this episode drops.
Just your nose, which would be cropped.
We need to start investigating.
Yeah, we do.
Well, I'm still talking to this lady.
Yeah, we ended in the middle of
Dialogue.
the conversation that Olivia was having with.
She just dropped that stalking bomb on me.
Okay, yeah. So
Do I still have the juice?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember you were just like, I don't know.
no, so the reason I was saying I don't know was going to be dependent on like whether or not I decided this conversation was going to keep going. If it wasn't and we were going to switch to like the next day or like a different location or something like that, then
That would stress
You
me out
wouldn't,
so much.
but I figured we should probably finish this conversation. Also, I don't remember what she sounds like in the slightest. So,
She sounds like a person.
You when you were
She's kinda
voicing
like
her,
a-
she was just kind of lost in thought. So it wasn't like, I guess this is wrong what I'm about to say, but you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like when you're thinking and you're like kind of mumbling,
Mhm.
so your voice doesn't really come out that much anyway. So really, what I'm saying is you have an excuse to make her sound however you want because she was just like kind of
Thanks,
mumbling.
homie. Yeah, you're right. If that's incorrect, it's not.
She had a heavy New Jersey
I
accent.
cannot do that for you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and then the car crash happened. I was like, "Yo, I'm walking in." Is that Jersey?
York.
They probably talk like that.
I
They-
literally
it's
have
close.
no
It's
idea.
close enough. It's no offense to any Jersey or York listeners. New, not in England.
It took me. I mean, I was like, "What are you
Those
saying?"
are places
I
in the
know.
UK.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, 'cause
I was like,
otherwise,
"What
why
do
would
you
they
mean
call
not
it-
new?"
Yeah.
New York. They would just call it York.
Yeah, and that's also who named it that? Like we do.
Like, name it something else.
Oh God, bro! Like figure it out.
Okay. So she just told me that he's been stalking her.
Mhm.
That's where we're at.
Yep.
Great.
Now, David was stalking her, or the gray
Yeah.
man? It was David.
David.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, she was like, I don't really know him well. I think he's been stalking me.
We were like, what? And then the credits
And then,
rolled.
yeah, she was just like, well, now we're done, idiots.
I didn't say
Word
that.
for word.
No.
Yeah. Go listen. She said that.
See, sorry, it's hard to start in the middle of a conversation.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Also, I'm not that sorry though because that was like a good ending.
It was
that
a
was
really
an
good ending.
excellent ending.
It felt very TV of me, and I was
Mhm.
like, "That's how this game is supposed to be. Is more TV-y."
True.
But I'm not very good at doing that. So the one time it happened, I was like, "Yes." Taking advantage of this one moment because it's never gonna happen again.
I'm sure it will.
We'll see.
So you said he's stalking you? The man in the car?
Yeah. Yeah, he just, I don't know, was obsessed with me. Forgot that I could have created a voice for her. You guys, GMing is hard.
It's
I don't-
hard,
I don't-
man.
It
It's
is.
not for me. Keep going.
How long has he been stalking you? Like, what has he been doing?
Oh, just the normal, like following me around, taking pictures and
Okay, it was-
stuff.
It's really creepy.
Yeah.
I'm Olivia, by the way. I go to shake her hand.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
Yes. Sorry. I was like, it's got to be Ellie.
Can you imagine
unless
that in
this guy's a
character?
fucking freak
I
and
fucking
stalk-
knew it. Like, what?
Sorry. This lady is Ellie.
Jazzercise lady equals Ellie. I'm so glad you guys take notes.
I like taking notes. Then I don't have to remember things.
I like when my friends take notes. Then I don't have to remember things or take notes.
That's fair.
You guys make me better.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm not
it's
sure
okay.
whether to offer condolences or feels bad to offer not congratulations, but like I hope you feel safer.
Yeah, I get it. It's
So
thank
weird.
you, and also, yeah.
I'm just not sure what to say in this situation. So well,
Me either. You know, it's weird because I was excited for him to stop, obviously, but you know, I wasn't wishing death on him. I mean, maybe he's not dead and he's just really hurt. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Oh,
That's what I've heard.
okay. Well, yeah. I
Sorry.
guess I
I'm
didn't-
sorry. I know you weren't wishing death on him. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's
I've gotta
information I had. It would feel bad not to share it when you're like, I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
do you, what? How did you get that information? How did you know? Because I couldn't see anything from here.
they don't normally put anything over the face if the person's alive.
Dude.
I love it.
That's
I just
Giga
love.
Brain.
Is that true? Are
Why
you
would-
lying?
They gotta
Because if
prove
you're
it.
lying,
It's-
that's why I fist bumped you. Because I love when people just
there
lie
are
on the spot.
situations in which, like, when they're trying to like protect their identity or
Ah,
something.
I
But
see.
that's not.
Because she asked me that, I would have been like, you know, bro, I can sniff this stuff.
Ew.
Yep, smells like death.
from a mile away.
I got this friend. He's got a bunch of tattoos.
You let
He
me.
can sense death.
Smells like chamomile.
Ew.
You don't like chamomile?
No, I don't feel like death smells like chamomile.
Why not?
I just don't feel like it does. I don't have an answer for that.
Have you smelled death?
Apparently, death has a very particular smell.
Is that tea you're making, or did someone just die?
See? It's weird.
You just trying to calm down, or is that death?
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail us. To derail us.
It's okay.
Bazinga.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. And you can see she's kind of going back into thought. She's kind of stopped looking at you and is like looking down at the ground. She's still facing you though, so
Okay.
she hasn't like fully tuned out of the conversation. She's just, you can tell, like really thinking through the information you just gave her. And
I do have a friend in the police force. If you still have any like concerns regarding that,
no, thanks.
okay.
He has some stuff of mine at his condo, and I was
Oh.
really hoping to get it before other people found it. And I don't really feel like that's something that I wanted to like bring to the police. I don't want like work to get. Oh, hold of some of the like pictures and stuff that he's taken.
Well,
anyway, like I appreciate it. I
think
just
the
don't
police
think that
would probably keep that private.
I don't know. I haven't had great run-ins with the police. So I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm going to have to figure something else out.
Okay. Well,
Anyway, I think I'm going to get out of here.
okay. Sorry for the weird conversation.
It's okay. And she walks off.
I'm gonna head back towards the professor, I guess.
Oh, did you find anything important out?
Yeah, that was Ellie.
Oh,
He was stalking her, I guess. She's worried about some stuff I feel like I shouldn't be telling you this.
oh, why?
I don't know. She's worried just about some stuff at this guy's condo because he was stalking her and taking pictures of her.
Oh, perhaps that is
So I was hoping to let Alex know. She seems a little concerned about it and want to make sure that anything found is kept under wraps, I guess.
Did she seem trustworthy as she was mentioning that?
I don't know. She seemed a little weird, but she also just has got some mixed feelings about this situation that just happened.
Well, perhaps that's the next place that our investigation will take us.
Yeah, I think we should probably talk to Alex first because this feels like something that might.
Oh,
need-
well, yeah, of course. Well, I mean, we need to, update the Discord, anyways.
Okay.
Would you mind
Yeah, I'll
actually
do that.
doing
I'm
that?
sorry
My
I haven't
phone-
gotten around.
My
I had
phone
a
still
busy
seems
week.
to be broken.
Yeah,
So-
that's a weird thing. I've never seen something like that before, but I'll look at it later,
Oh, thank you.
and then I'm gonna update. I was like, "Hey guys, met Ellie."
Oh, sick. Where?
Wild.
It was that jazzercise lady. I don't know if you guys saw her.
No, I don't think I did.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not very observant of you guys, but
Yeah,
okay.
with
I
the
was
leg
dealing with the-
warmers.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that part.
She was not wearing like warmers.
What?
But I'm right there with you.
How
That's
do you
the-
do
that's the
jazzercise
picture in my
I
head.
without
didn't
leg
say
warmers?
she was wearing jazzercise things. She just gives
She was just
jazzercise
leaving
vibes.
jazzercise when she saw.
She's wearing a denim jacket.
You don't jazzercise
Oh.
in denim?
No. What?
She was wearing a denim jacket over her jazzercise.
Over her leotard.
above her, leg
uniform.
warmers.
I don't know what it's called. Leotard.
A leotard,
That's
yeah.
the one. Thank you.
Which, if you jazzercise, I guess that is your uniform, right?
I guess. It's just
We have one jazzercise listener. They can let us know.
What?
One
How
of our
do you
listeners.
know that?
I'm just guessing. Like, mathematically speaking, probably. Right?
Probably.
Never mind. I'm not gonna dive into that.
Listen, 6 degrees of separation.
Mhm.
You're
Probably.
always 6 degrees of
From a
away from someone
jazzerciser.
who does
You're
jazzercise.
probably a lot closer.
Probably, yeah. I would say at most 3 degrees.
2 degrees.
no.
I remember.
Especially because you know
No, no,
us,
no.
And Missy and I have gone to dance, so I'm sure we've talked
Oh.
Oh, definitely.
That's
to
fair.
on God.
Hey, my friend Andrew, his mom, bam,
Okay.
2 degrees.
But jazzercise isn't like quite as popular as it used to be anymore.
It's a lifestyle.
That's okay.
I'm just saying. Like anyway.
We should bring it back.
Anyway.
We should have a jazzercise
City of Mist.
campaign. City of
So-
Mist.
So,
Did you get?
I'm gonna text the Discord.
Okay.
So should we actually I'm like typing this out like step by step. Hey Alex, Officer Alex,
Thank
any chance that that the cops might be going to his place anytime soon? Question mark. Dot for no particular
Mhm.
reason. Dot.
Oh my god, we're gonna go there. She's gonna be trying to break in.
We're
And
still.
then she's gonna think I'm stalking her.
This is in the Discord. I'm gonna say, aren't we all still in like the general area? Shouldn't we just meet up in person?
Oh, I thought with your intro, you were already back at the precinct.
Oh, I guess that is weird, like how that works, like in lore. Because I guess that would have had to take place after this,
Yes.
right? So like that's in the future.
Okay.
But we're not
Yes.
there yet. That happened.
Yeah. So it can either be in the future, or you could have been typing it up on your work laptop
Yeah, my
that
work.
you were going to submit
Yeah, it was in my
like, right
notepad,
away.
so I already have it written when I
Yeah.
go into work.
because you're a professional.
Don't poke holes in
you
my
know?
timeline, Joseph.
I'm sorry.
How could you?
I'm confused about the time.
It's okay. I forgot we were I didn't forget, but I kind of forgot that we were.
I just had no other way
mid-conversation
to monologue recap. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do? Talk to myself?
Yeah.
No.
like one of those like hard-boiled detectives, like pull out your pipe and you're like walking the crime scene.
Yeah, there's like the monologue in the back. Everything's in black and white.
Yeah.
There's a glass of whiskey somewhere. No, well, we should meet up in person. I second that.
Okay. How about
Library? Question mark. Fuck bitches, get money. Professor Alexander Cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know why I got quiet after that.
yeah, like it?
Like we have to go somewhere.
Well, yeah, we still have to meet physically.
First.
Dude, let's just let's just go back to Sushi Gents. We'll sit in the back and then we'll disappear. Bread, 100.
But then what happens if they're like, oh, empty table? Let's seat someone there.
Isn't time different? No, time's normal.
Time is normal.
Well, let's just
pop back in after closing.
walk down. Let's just walk down the street. We'll find some other non-crowded alley like we did the first time. And bada bing, bada boom. We're reading books in the library.
All right. Since we're going towards David's house anyway, let's go down that alley.
Thought we were going to Ellie's house.
No, David's.
No, we don't know where.
You're
Ellie-
right.
Because
It is
Ellie's
David's
stuff
house.
is
Yeah,
in
it's
David's
in
house.
David's house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did we know where David lives?
Yeah, I wrote down his address.
Yeah, it's on his
right. It's on
driver's
his
license.
driver's license.
109
You guys should be cops. Anyway, let's
Pine
go that
Street,
way.
apartment 3033, Kings Court condos.
Yeah, 3033.
3033. 3303.
33.
That
31.
adds up to 9.
What?
Cats have 9 lives.
David was a cat. The cat of Christmas future.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
We're going to an alley.
No,
Okay.
definitely Egyptian because Egyptians were all about
Stop,
cats.
please.
Ready?
Guys, stop.
Let's go.
All right.
We're in
And
the
we're
library.
in the library.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
Hi,
Breaking-
Mom.
Breaking the David's house. Oh yeah.
Is your mom actually there?
She's one of
Yeah,
the
she's-
muses.
Okay, I couldn't
She works
remember.
there.
I thought it was like your aunt or something.
I thought
that
it was
there.
his
It's
aunt.
both.
Yeah, the aunt. Yeah, they're
Your
both
aunt's
there.
your mom?
They're both muses.
Oh,
Everyone's
that makes
his
more
mom.
sense. I'm your
Never mind.
mom.
So I met Ellie. She kind of looked a little suspicious.
Oh, I met Emma. She was kind of
What?
weird too. Probably not as weird as Ellie.
Oh,
But a little weird, right?
Who's Emma?
A little.
Emma, I guess, is super jealous. I don't know. Jealous is kind of the vibe I got. Because she was like, I went on a date with David, but he's totally into Ellie. Direct quote from Emma.
Direct quote.
So,
I mean, basically.
Mr. Shinobi, though.
Okay.
He's a chill guy. God, I hope it wasn't him.
So, yeah, apparently David was stalking her. Like the classic following and taking pictures of her type stalking.
Mm.
So I feel like they kind of undersold that whole thing
Yeah, maybe.
a little bit. Whether or not that was intentional is like different thing, but it's a bit more than he had a thing for Ellie. He was according to Ellie, he was actively stalking her.
Yeah.
And she's worried that he has some pictures at his house.
I mean, that's a good place to investigate anyway.
Yeah, and if we... Yeah, I guess we can go there. If I'm worried, I guess I'm mainly worried that it's because he was dead when I got there. And it looks enough like an accident. So I'm worried that the actual police force is just going to be like, unlucky, like death by light pole, right?
Yeah.
So we probably don't have to worry about anyone investigating his house. So if we... And I snap my fingers and point to the wall of the library that is in the direction of David's house. Yeah, I guess we can go. We'll just have to be... We'll just hope he didn't have a really good security system. Well, I guess but he lived in a condo. How are we going to get in there unseen?
Does it matter if we are seen?
If we're breaking in, kind of, right?
Well,
Not just going to hand us a key.
Wouldn't a condo have maybe a front office kind of an area that could provide, I don't know, the police department with access to rooms when they are following up on an investigation?
I guess, but that would imply that there's an investigation going right now, and there isn't right now. So I'd be pulling up without a warrant. And if the clergy, if the what is it called?
Clerk.
Thank you. No,
Concierge.
thank you. If the concierge is worth his salt, he's not just gonna let me barge into David's room without a warrant.
They work
Or
for the
without-
rich people.
A suggestion.
Yeah, but there was an ongoing investigation for that, right? Like,
But did you show them a warrant?
no, but I mean, I could have got one with relative ease.
Just go at it with the same confidence. It's-
Okay. Okay, we ball, I guess.
I can also go with, and
Oh, right. You can use your mind voodoo magic to make him want to explode.
I wish you wouldn't call that.
What do you call it?
Do you call yours bracelet voodoo magic?
Yeah.
No, I call it the bracelet armory.
Why do you call mine mind voodoo magic? I don't like
What
that.
do you call it then?
I-
What do you call it?
I don't call it anything.
Okay, well, you can use your not anything powers and make them want to give me a key to the room.
Okay.
Ready?
Wildcats.
Break.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Go
My high
Wildcats. My grandma's house is in that movie.
I feel like
I think that
I think they've heard that a few
Yep.
times, and I
Hey,
love it.
It's gonna come up every time High School Musical comes up.
That's valid, though.
Which is like a surprising amount of time, right?
Yeah.
That we talk
Right.
about high school.
a wild amount of
A
time.
wild-
Wildcat.
No.
We're not so different, you and I.
Well,
Okay.
that wraps up our episode.
Hey, see you next week. You smell bad. Nah, I'm just kidding. How about seeing you next week?
We're
I'm here.
in front of
Kings.
his apartment building, and what are we doing?
Well, when we popped back in, did we notice that was Ellie still watching the crash, or did she disappear?
She left. I
She's
thought.
left.
She left.
Like
Okay.
after our conversation, she was just like, "All right, I'm out. Peace."
When we do get to the apartment building, I want to use my divination ability to see if she's anywhere nearby. Like if she's, I don't know, also trying to break in.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get to his condo, and you
Great.
kind of cross over on your way there, you kind of cross over this main street that tees off from the side of town that you were just at. You're still technically in downtown, but it's almost this distinct difference once you cross the street of luxury. The streets are cleaner, and there's tons of really tall, shiny skyscrapers around. The condo itself is quite expensive looking, and there's a valet outside, seemingly for guests and patrons, I guess,
Residents.
owners, residents, yeah, of the building. It's kind of one of those stereotypical ones that you see in the movie where, or in the movie, the only movie, obviously, the movies, where there's like really shiny brass detailing on the outside. It looks like it's maybe made of like marble, potentially granite, something really, really nice all the way up. And you said before you go in, you want to sense for a presence. Okay, go ahead and roll.
I feel like it's changed the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think maybe change the game would make the most sense here, but
Or maybe a sneak around.
I think it would be sneaking around if he was trying to physically be like
Not sense.
to see her, but I think he's trying to
Oh.
like the library to do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
So I pull out my notebook and I'm like, "Where is Ellie?
Flabbergast?
Waterford, Woodward, Woodworth."
Do we know her last name?
Waterford?
her last name's Woodworth.
When did we
What
learn
does
that?
mean?
Whoa.
From
It's from the
Oh,
Shinobi
from- yeah.
sushi conversation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
so power tags. I think flash of location would work. Hosts books of all knowledge would probably work, and I think those are the only two that I got.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
9.
Nice.
Okay. So as you're looking for this information, it kind of your notebook kind of reveals sort of like a Marauder's map-esque thing, right? Where you're starting to see a little bit of a quick sketch of the downtown area. And you notice that there is little footprints marking where Ellie is at. And if you look closely and you kind of remember where you're at in relation to this map, it looks like she is back closer to the diner area, where the sushi and the diner area where the car crash happened. Although it's a little bit west of that.
Okay.
Presumably based off of your knowledge of the city in the residential area that's near these restaurants. So
Okay. So she's not hanging out at the crash either, which is good. Sweet. And that gives me 2 juice that I can use.
Yep.
Ah, dang it. I didn't use my juice.
Now it's all pulp.
Wait,
Next,
on a 10 plus, you get 2 juice.
you get a minimum of 2
Minimum.
juice.
Oh, okay,
Juice.
gotcha.
Is it equal to power of the juice you get?
So I could create a story
Cool, okay.
tag, or I could give or reduce a status. But it has to relate to the divination kind of a thing.
Mhm.
Is there anything that you guys?
I
can think?
mean, I feel like her location could be a pretty good story tag if you can just open up your book and be like, oh, she's like around here right now. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Good
add
enough.
that.
cool?
Yeah.
Who has the story tags?
I'll add it on here.
You have it?
Yes.
Okay, so we pull up, I guess. I just walk up. Oh, Olivia's. The plan was for you to come with me
Yeah. I'm going with you.
and mind bend him
Yeah, if
if he offers any resistance.
Yeah.
That sounds really threatening.
Yeah.
Okay,
it should be fine.
we pull up. Are you guys
We are also pulling up.
okay?
I mean, I figure I'll go in and like sit in the lobby area like I am waiting for someone.
Okay. We pull up.
Yeah, as you guys walk into the I almost said the library, goodness gracious, the lobby. Again, immaculate, beautiful marble flooring that kind of spills up onto the walls. There are some really nice velvet, maybe, chairs amongst some leather sofas in their little waiting area. And at the very front of it all, you notice that there is a large concierge desk that has a couple of people working on it or working at it. And behind the desk, there are the elevators to go up. from what you can tell, it seems like people who live here are well enough off that the concierge desk knows them. If they happen to be a visitor, you've noticed that in the couple of minutes that you've been kind of taking things in, there's been like one or two people that have flashed some sort of ID. It doesn't look like they have scanned it or anything, but the people at the desk nod their head and let them on through. One seemed to be maybe a friend or something of somebody who lives here, and then the other was clearly some like two cleaners. They had their cleaning supplies in hand, and they go to head up.
It's really macabre. I was like, oh, we'll just flash David's ID, and they'll think we're David.
Why would you have his ID on you? Also,
It's got
feel like-
blood on it.
that's not standard procedure.
Don't we all have blood on us? I walk up, I guess, to the concierge.
Mhm.
Concierge.
Why?
And
No.
Did you say it like that? No.
yeah, so we'll start. Hey, I'm Alex. I'm with the city police department, and I'll kind of like get closer to the desk and like try to like hush my tone so I don't like make a scene, and say, there's a resident here, David
When?
that's recently passed away, and my associates and I gesture to the whoever's nearby enough to be my associate,
Me.
probably not you, are here just to collect his personal accounts and like just make sure that his wishes for his possessions are respected.
I'm going to have you roll a convince roll,
Okay.
because I would like to point out that your compatriots
Are not cops.
are, one, not cops, and two, one is a musician who just performed at a sushi bar.
Feels
And
a little judgmental.
no. It's relative. It relates. Relevant, not relative. Relevant. And
We're related.
from what Olivia has described in the past, she normally wears very normal looking clothing, like jeans and a t-shirt type gal, unless she's at work. So
Oh shit, what time is it? I'm gonna get fired.
it is Wednesday.
Okay, now I'm good.
You're
I think I'm
good.
not positive.
That was like genuine concern. Fuck, what time is it? I gotta get to work.
So you're good for work today.
Thank goodness.
Convinced.
However, it is about 8:30 at night.
I think the only thing that could possibly help me is police connections, because obviously that's a real badge.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Okay.
I got all out attack. It's like in case things get crazy, you know what I'm saying? But so are we? I guess for you, I know you have mind bending magic people. But were you planning to do that if things go south?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But I didn't want to have to use it.
Yeah. So
If-
once I win him over with my silver tongue and we go on up, they'll be like, "Wow, I'm so glad." I got a 6, but if I need to, I can lie and say it was a 10.
No. He kind of, it's a very tall desk, and so he kind of looks over it, and he's not looking down at you. You're about the same height, but it kind of feels that way because of
Mhm.
how
Yeah.
tall this desk is. I'm sorry, do you have a warrant?
You should have rolled better.
Dude, that's my dreaded question.
I'm gonna flash the eyes at Olivia and be like,
Please don't. I know. I know.
It's funny. I too was gonna flash the please help eyes, not those eyes, but
Gosh, I knew what I wanted to do like 5 minutes ago.
that was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but then we took a
Yeah, we took a break, and then I was like,
Oh, no.
I guess I'll just forget it completely.
It's okay. Take your time. You're fine.
Because I was like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to like kind of have him stress about his job, like think about like, oh shit, what if I get fired for this, or like get arrested for obstructing justice?
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good one.
But
I am justice.
I don't.
Ooh.
Not.
I mean, you could be though
I could
if you
be.
wanted to be.
If I was evil or good.
Is there like?
You also
Is there a
have-
flashback mechanic? I can't remember.
There is a flashback mechanic.
because I feel like we would have discussed this on the way,
Let's do it. But
so that way we can like brainstorm.
Mhm.
and then I'll kill him. No, I'm just-
Goodness gracious.
Flashback once per session. When you have the spotlight, choose one. Describe an action carried out by your character in the past and make a move for that action. The outcome of the move affects the current scene. Or describe events from your character's backstory that become relevant now. The MC can award you with one juice or one clue based on your description.
I hate this place. This is not.
we can also just role play preparing for this scenario. Now, if Missy's okay with it. And then do the scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with it. Like, you guys had the whole meeting in the library, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I imagine that you would have come up with a game plan. And
Mhm.
if you would like to role play that out, absolutely.
Okay.
So as much as I would
Inside
like
the library.
yeah. As much as I would like to just walk up and say I'm a cop, we're kind of screwed if they ask me for a warrant. Unless you want to use your super duper super cool mind bendy powers to make him feel like the library is melting.
I
Not-
think that the best bet is probably to use that, not the melting library,
mhm.
because I don't think that's going to encourage him to let us in.
Probably not.
I'm just not sure what the best way is to make him feel like.
I think if you're open to suggestion, I think instead of there's two. I think a good way to go about it is maybe instead of having him be hyper aware of us, we could have him hyper aware of the fact that David just died, and maybe in his panicked stupor, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, bro, of course." Like he'll just be in shock and not really want to argue because his homie died. They were best friends.
We
Ooh.
don't know if they know each other at all.
I mean, they know each other at
passing
least
by.
somewhat.
Or if David had a pet, we can be like, we have to go take care of the pet.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a gamble because we don't know if David had a pet.
Yeah.
But we could find out if David had a pet. We have his name, do we not?
You
Oh,
have his name.
good thing
We
we're
are
still in the library.
We're still in the library.
I'm so
I
glad
love-
we thought of this while we were in the.
It's so
library.
crazy
Yeah.
that we're better at doing this in this game than we are in Blaze in the Dark.
I want to do that.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm not going to make you roll for it. You're inside the library, and it's a pretty simple question. He has a pet.
Yes.
What is it? A cat?
Is it an iguana?
It is not either of those things.
Oh,
It don't
It's a
say it's a
dog?
dog.
It's a spider.
That's really
A
cool.
little tarantula boy.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
does
basic.
he
I know
have
that they're
siblings?
different. I know that technically they are
Ooh.
different. but
Does he have
what?
siblings so it can be like, we're supposed to bring his personal effects?
It does not seem like he has siblings. He is very close to his family from what you're able to read. But it doesn't mention siblings anywhere in there.
Gosh.
Which, knowing his high status in society, based off of what you've heard and what the book mentions, it kind of makes sense that he's probably a nepo baby, that
Hmm.
like they had one.
If he wasn't like kind of well known, then we could just pretend that I was in a relationship with him and I was there to get my things with the police. I would have dressed a little more appropriately though.
I think we can
But I
just let
can't
him know
afford to
that,
dress
like,
appropriately.
hey, David died, and he has in his "if I die" letter what he wants to happen to his pet
Yeah.
tarantula. So we'll just say, hey,
But also, if we just say pet, then this guy's probably going to think it's a cat or a dog. Those things would smell if they died or had to like
Oh, okay.
poop
So
in
just
the
say
house.
just say
Yeah.
pet.
Yeah,
But I
let's
think he
just say
also
pet.
just doesn't want a tarantula on the loose in such a high skill.
I think it probably works either way, as long as we let him know, hey. But we so the crux of the issue is we're only doing this if I fuck up and he asks for a warrant.
Mhm.
So how do we make it sell? Hey, I'm a cop. Okay, where's your
Oh,
warrant?
sweet.
Okay, I don't have a warrant, but there's a dying, hungry spider in the apartment. I guess
Hold on,
maybe I'll just say
hold on.
that. I guess I'll just hit him with I don't have a warrant. I was just hoping to do this civilly, but like if you
You
want
could
to
always
without
say
it,
that the warrant's on the way,
yeah,
because I think that's something that cop shows say.
yeah, sure. Fuck, good enough for me. I'll just say that warrant's on the way. I'm just here to rescue a tarantula before it dies. And I'll show my tarantula tattoo. They don't know I care about tarantulas.
So we got to get a tarantula tattoo on the way to his house.
Yeah,
There you
I mean,
go.
I was just gonna draw one crudely,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You-
but good enough that it looks like a tattoo.
Oh, I
Starting
thought,
to like.
I thought
bleed
you meant
away
it was
as-
a crude spider.
No.
Oh,
No, with today's sponsor, Inkbox, you can have temporary tattoos delivered to your door.
my
Dude,
goodness.
I want to do an ad so bad. I've used Inkbox before; they're pretty sick. But this is not an ad, so like, don't buy them because of me. Buy them because you want a temporary tattoo that will last up to 2 weeks, even in.
Oh my god!
dude, this
So-
is okay.
It's pretty sick.
You
It's
got
pretty
me
sick.
sold.
It's pretty sick.
What?
They have all kinds of designs, and they even have a kit if you want to draw your own design and give yourself your own temporary tattoo. Use code REJECTS in the description.
What kind?
There's
what
not
is it?
That's not an actual.
What do you mean?
That's
What
not-
is it?
That's not a real
Website.
code.
Inkbox? Oh, the code.
Oh, I love that.
That's what I'm
Although,
saying.
if you want, you can email them and be like, "Hey, I really want the rejects."
Yeah,
to
when they
get a
hit you with
code."
the how'd you hear about us? Be like Wesley on Roleplay Rejects. Wouldn't shut the fuck up about
tell
it.
them that he sent you.
Yeah, let them know I sent you. I don't know them at all, but let them know I sent you.
Oh,
Wild.
So,
okay, go ahead.
tarantulas.
Mhm.
Think about like what kind of food they eat.
People.
Bugs.
Live bugs.
They're not like it depends. Like, sorry, I've been doing tarantula research.
Have you
Uh,
really?
Yeah,
Weird.
just now.
Oh.
in the library.
Not like in
That
general.
makes more sense. I thought you just
It's
meant
not
like in
just like
life.
me. I was just, I don't know. I go down weird YouTube rabbit holes,
Mhm.
and they need to be fed like every, depending on the spider, like every 4 to 10 days.
Wow, that's a long time.
So he probably has some live food in there, and I don't know if they want a little mini infestation going on if it's left unattended.
Good points.
Dude,
Valid.
that is a great like thing to project into this guy's mind.
Yeah, bugs.
Bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew, yeah.
That
it
would work on
is.
me.
Blech.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm gonna have you roll real quick, and I'm gonna see
Me?
if I can give you this piece of information or not.
Just for the library knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, so hey, Library of
Knowledge.
Alexandria, host books of all knowledge.
That's an interesting title for a tech.
Waypoint of event. I don't think that matters. Flash of location. Probably not.
No.
Unless it's a flash of the location where he was in his home taking care of his pet.
I'm gonna say no because you're reading the information. So
Okay. Uses a spectral book. Because otherwise, I don't know when this
Fine.
would come up.
sure.
Okay. I'm just going to go with those 3. I already have a name. There's no fire involved. Yeah. All right. Those are weakness tags. So.
Fire.
Such a wild thing to say.
The Library of
It makes sense because you're in a
Alexandria burned
library.
down.
Oh,
But just
okay,
just brainstorming. Yeah, there's no fire involved.
I was like,
bro, what? I can start one real quick.
You did this to me.
Did
Guess
you
what
get
I
a
got?
6?
I got a 6.
Lamau.
no.
Dang it. All right.
Just lie next time.
Yep.
Oh, I should have just burned one of these. But here I am.
But fire.
I forget we
The
can
fire,
do that.
Oof. Yeah, that's a good point.
No, I don't want to roll because
Okay.
you guys have cursed me.
Is there anything else that you guys wanted to figure out in the library before we?
No. Now it feels like we're supposed to do it, but I feel like you're just asking so we can move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second one.
So we'll go back. Do you have a warrant? That's how he sounds. And I'll hit him with the. No, unfortunately, I do not. The warrant's on the way, but we were informed that he had a pet, so we're just trying to make sure like that doesn't become an issue.
Hmm.
You can use your thing.
Do your thing.
I am gonna. Well, I don't know if he knows that it's a
Make him feel
tarantula, though.
He doesn't
We
have
gotta
to.
drop that it's a tarantula, because
Oh,
otherwise
sorry,
he's not gonna be like, the books!
Yeah, he had a pet tarantula, and I just know those can be kind of like annoying to leave alone for too long. So we just want to make sure
Hmm.
that his pet found a new home. Because we at the city police department, we're very compassionate about pets of all kinds.
You can stop talking. Like you're making.
I'm about to make you make a convince roll. The more you keep
I have a
talking.
pet myself.
All right. Hypnotic suggestion.
Okay.
I kind of want to say orchestrated chaos because I'm making him imagine.
Yeah.
The absolute chaos of bugs everywhere.
What's up?
So I know we're not doing help harm points.
Mhm.
How, like, if I wanted to help anyone in any sense, how would I do that? Can I do that? It's okay if I can't. I'm just curious. Because I know help harm kind of talks about, like, oh, you have a good relationship, therefore you can help them with things, or you have a bad relationship, therefore you can hinder them with things.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're not doing that, which I'm big on not doing that. But how would helping look in this game is my question.
The way I would like to do it is just how we do it in most other games, where it's like maybe you say, hey, I'm helping with this thing, you argue for it, so then I can add a +1 to her role. I just feel like that makes more sense to me.
I agree.
And I feel like too, like the help harm stuff could definitely come into play more so if you guys had chosen a very different crew type. Like, let's say that you guys were a bunch of mercenaries, and so you've got these like help harm points helping you keep track of when other members kind of slight you a little bit and when they help you out, and then like if you're eventually going to turn on them, like how like it can maybe help flesh out that dynamic a little bit more. But since you guys are all the homies,
Friendly enough, yeah.
yeah, like I don't feel like it makes sense to add that in.
Yeah.
If we have a long-standing NPC, then maybe it would make sense to
That's fair.
have that as well. But yeah, the way I would like to rule it is just if you would like to help out in a role and it makes sense, then I will do +1 to whatever. But it will be the same type of idea of like you argue to me why you get to add
Like how
+1.
you're possibly helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless anybody has objections to that, I feel like that's the easiest way.
No,
And
yeah,
I
like
do
that.
want you guys to be able
Yeah,
to
go
like
for it.
help each other.
Yeah.
You know? Because it makes sense to me if you're working as a team.
Yeah. I just wanted to talk about that. Thank you.
You will.
And feeds off fear.
Oh fuck, we didn't do the tattoo thing.
Jesus.
Sorry. how can I help now? I don't have a spider tattoo. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, those all work.
Okay.
I just realized the nightmare you're gonna get tonight is crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Not excited about that. Actually, that does make sense as a weakness. Reliving thoughts.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you call me?
2.
Is it still a good
13.
roll? Oh yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
okay.
I rolled a 5 and a 6. I was so scared. I was like, I will fall to the curse.
So I'm gonna count this as a
Wow, really cool.
well,
Change the
yeah,
game.
I was gonna say
I don't
a
know
change
what
the
it's called.
game roll unless you want it to be a convince roll.
I don't know the difference.
You want to change the game so you get juice.
Is that you get juice
change
with
the
change
game, so I get juice.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, this will be a change the game. So you'll
More
get
juice I won't use.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because juice doesn't care about your weaknesses, right? Like if you use a weakness tag, you don't get less juice for that. It only cares about how many power tags you used, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And since you got above a 10, you can scale up the effect, prolong the effect, hide the effect, or any other improvement you and the MC agree on.
Like right now?
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? I'm sorry. I don't.
You're projecting bugs into
Yeah.
his brain.
Are you wanting me to describe that? Or what's happening?
No.
I'm
What do
sorry.
you want to do? Because you got over a 10. So you can like.
Probably
Eh.
give him a negative status of
Mhm.
like bug infestation. 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it can like so the goal, right, was to scare him into giving us access to their room. But because you rolled so pog, you can be like, oh, we scared him, and like obviously this
Oh,
is
he's
at,
got the heebie-jeebies.
and this is obviously at
Mhm.
Missy's discretion. But you can be like, oh, we scared him so bad that whenever one of us comes in now, he doesn't even question us because he just remembers being covered by a billion caterpillars, and that terrifies him.
Mhm.
Or whatever you want, right? But the idea is like it's like goal plus, so it's like whatever else might be cool.
Well,
Or you can have it be like, for him, not only is it an intrusive thought, but it's a reoccurring thought now. So until you guys are done with the condo, like every time his mind wanders, he remembers the bugs. You know, like there's
I would
all
like
sorts of things
to
you
try
can
and do that. That makes sense because I don't want. Yeah. Yes. Does that make sense?
The recurrence, I think that's fine.
Yeah, because then he's just.
And then we all
if
know
he sees
that.
us and he's like, "Okay, please just take care of it."
Yeah, please get the bugs away from me.
That aren't even like near me, but
But they
let's
could
keep
be.
it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to describe your bugs? Or do you not want to describe your bugs?
Let me know because I'm about to say warning bugophobia. I'm not going to say that if you. I guess I already
Oh.
said it, but I'm not going to say it if you're not going to describe it.
I'm not really gonna describe it. I'm just gonna. I imagine like me, Olivia. I'm gonna say, like, we wouldn't be too concerned with most pets. They could go a few days, but a lot of people who own tarantulas just for the sake of, but sometimes for fun, just like breed their own food for the tarantulas, and it can get out of hand really quickly if it's not left checked. And then I'm gonna make him think about that.
yeah.
Just like endless bugs.
Yeah, and as he's
Ooh.
thinking through your thought, you know, he's there.
Ooh, and he's gonna think about all the Karens being like, "There's bugs in my house."
Mhm.
Rich
Yeah.
Karens too.
The worst kind.
Yeah.
He
They're
kind
gonna
of
bring
just
up their
imagines
husbands,
the
bro.
like slow, but not so slow progression of it being like a small number of bugs in the habitat and amplified more and
then
more and more.
Suddenly, like in The Shining, they
Yes.
pour out of the elevator.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was
and
thinking.
he
we're on the same page.
he kind of gives a shudder and says, "Very well. Please let me know when you get the warrant so that I can make sure that it's filed correctly with the rest of the paperwork that we'll have to do with him being deceased." Right this way. And he pushes a button. The elevator opens.
Thank you very much.
And are just the two of you going up, or
I think it's the three of us. Right?
Oh.
OP's going as well, but the professor's staying back? Is that?
I think so, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
he
it's up
was
to
just
you. You're
chilling,
you.
looking at shit in the lobby.
It's up to you. Yeah.
I don't know if
Keeping an eye out.
back in the library. Yes, perhaps then I could be considered the exterminator for any of these nasty bug kind of things.
Are you wearing an exterminator's outfit?
I'm wearing a. No, I'm not. I guess
That's weird.
Well, he could just be here to assess how bad it is. Like, we don't necessarily have the leave to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking fumigate your apartment
Maybe you're
right
an-
now."
Bugologist.
Entomologist, I think.
You're
I
such a
think
nerd.
that's
You're s-
insects, though.
Yeah.
Bugs, insects.
But
No, there's a
spiders
difference.
are not insects.
But the
What are-
food is.
but the food is.
But the food
Oh,
is.
Okay, so you're just there
Is
to
a grasshopper
like,
an
make sure.
insect?
I hope so.
Sorry. This doesn't actually
What?
matter. Grasshoppers, what are they?
Yeah.
They're insects?
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Yeah, they got 6 legs, bro. You ever looked at a grasshopper?
Is that the deciding factor?
That's one,
Pretty-
one
pretty
of them.
I have 6 legs.
Kind of.
Am I an
Anyway,
insect?
Yeah, you look like a nerd that knows shit about bugs. I think that's fine.
That's
there we
fucked
go.
up.
And I probably could spew off just a bunch of really weird facts.
Okay.
'Cause-
That he doesn't care to listen to.
They are insects. Sorry.
We all knew this.
No, we didn't. They didn't know. I'm letting them know.
Oh, okay.
So yes, I will be going with you all.
okay.
Okay,
Here we go.
up
Yay.
to
You-
floor
you guys
3.
go ahead and head on up. No, you do not go to floor 3.
What do you mean? His number
Floor-
starts with a 3.
Floor 30.
30.
Whoa, are we
Starts
on the
with
express
a 3
elevator?
0.
He is the very top.
Bro, he's in a
Oh,
penthouse.
he's
That would be
okay.
an awful place to
Time to
start
rob
an
'em.
infestation,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
it would
would.
be,
The
yeah.
trickle down. Gross.
Trickle down economics.
Trickle down bugonomics. Everything is bugs.
Watch we go in there, and this tarantula is actually like the size of a couch.
Right? It's just sitting on the couch smoking a cigar.
I was like, oh shit.
Huh. Where's David at?
I have a recurring nightmare where all the trees are made of bugs
Dude.
Yeah.
I hate that. Thank you.
when I was a kid. I haven't had it as an adult. Sorry.
Just like books.
So we enter into his condo.
Yep. And it's one of those penthouses where the elevator takes you to the front door.
Oh, cool.
So it's
Did the guy use like a key card or something, or did he put in a code?
so
So he puts in a code. I
at
want to
the-
pay attention to it.
at the desk. It is just a code.
Is it 8008?
Yep. And essentially, if you don't have your own pass, it's the override code. Because you notice that there's like once the elevator doors open up, there is a locked door. Like you would need to have a key card to get into it normally, but he's done the override code to let you go straight in.
Sick.
Nice.
I don't know if this is actually how things work, but
That's how it works.
that's how
This
it works here.
my-
place.
So,
No. Yeah, that's how it works some places.
Okay.
okay, fancy.
No. my apartment has a similar thing. Which makes it sound like I live in a penthouse, but I don't. But my apartment, like literally the same thing. Like the concierge can let you up to a certain floor if they know you're expecting a guest.
Cool.
And in the case of like of an animal caregiver or something, like in your absence, they can not only can they let them up, but they can give them a temporary code to get into your apartment door.
Ooh.
So it's like,
Okay.
Sick.
yeah.
That's what we're doing.
That's how it works. Elevator doors open up, and then you notice that if you kind of just press on the handle, it automatically lets you in.
Sick.
Beautiful.
And when we get in, we see
When
a
you get
giant
in-
spider.
You do see a giant spider.
Don't say that.
It's not a tarantula. It's a giant spider.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Oh.
For real?
Like for real. I am looking at the stat block.
Oh,
Right
no.
now.
There's a stat
Um,
block.
It is a giant spider.
Bro, what the fuck
What
is
a
going on
twist!
with this guy?
What?
And backed into a corner, you see a blonde jazzercise looking lady.
Ellie, no.
This is so wild.
Wait, hold on.
I'm holding.
We can download the stuff so we can play Warhammer.
We could. We can do that.
Oh, okay.
We can also download stuff to play Settlers of Catan.
No.
I would rather kill myself.
I literally.
I'm so glad that that's the vibe.
We have anti-settlers of Catan. So
What is
why
that?
would we get that?
Spirit Island.
Yes, it is.
Or like you're trying to settle here?
No, get out.
Don't.
What's up? Who's Turkin?
I think me.
Who is Turkin?
I think me.
No.
Why
Sorry.
is Turkin?
I combined
Okay, so
talking.
I'll remind us where we're at after that
Thank you.
little break.